Welcome back to another episode. So today I want to talk about local SEO and how you can use some very specific strategies to get your website to rank well in the local search engines. So most of us already know what search engine optimization is. It's when you put together a strategy for your website to rank well within Google, Bing, and all the other search engines out there. Now, the reality is if you have a brand new website or if your website is a local based website, then it's kind of difficult and you may not even want to rank nationally. You may want to just rank locally within your community, within your city, within your current area. So how can you do that? Obviously you need a website that's well coded, that performs well within the browsers, that's full of relevant content for your area, and you want to make sure that you are consistently creating this content. You want to make sure you use good images, localized images, and you want to make sure that you become a known resource within your community. Obviously, you got to get involved in social media. You got to make sure that people are aware that your website exists and find it as a valuable resource. But beyond that, what can you do to really get yourself to rank well on page one of Google? Well, there's a couple of tactics that a lot of people don't even realize they can do. Some things they can make sure they focus on so that way they get some good quality traffic to their website. Now, here are the tricks. These are time tested. These are recommended, tactics that are good for your website. These are not any type of black hat SEO. These are good SEO tactics. The first one is identify a local college or university. By doing this, you're going to give yourself an opportunity to get interviewed with a local journalist from a college or university within your area, and potentially you'll get printed in their regular newspaper, but also they often have an online edition. So by getting a link within their online publication from the university, you accomplish two things. One, you get a link from a known source, an organization or a journalism department that's been around for a while. Most colleges or universities have been around for quite a number of years. So the domain authority of their online publication is probably extremely high. And also it's localized because that university is already known by Google and the search engines to be within a specific location. So that's a very powerful link coming back to your website from a local college or university paper. So how do you do it? I'm not advising that you buy a link or an advertisement in their periodical. What I do recommend is see if there's something of value you can do to get interviewed by the journalism department. Maybe you're going to do a seminar on whatever it is your business is or your services, and see if you can teach some of the students in the college or university what it is that you do, or just bring them up to speed on what your business is about. That is a good strategy, in order to get interviewed, and it provides something of value. Makes you an identified local authority, within the eyes of the students, which is a good thing. Another tactic is, go beyond the university and the college. What about local newspapers? Obviously, it would be great if we get a link from the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, and any of these large publications would be awesome, right? But the reality is it's not that easy to get a link from any of these national organizations. But your local newspaper, now that's a possibility. Maybe you can find a way to do some form of community outreach. Maybe you can put together a press release for something that you're doing that will be beneficial to the community and at the same time gain the attention of local reporters. Find out who they are. Go online, go on Facebook, go on Twitter, find out who these local journalists are, and then reach out to them. Let them know what you're working on and see if there's an opportunity for you to get interviewed. The benefit here, again, it's a local link pointing back to your website, and that's valuable. And I highly recommend it because, one, it accomplishes two things. It helps your overall branding, and that's what you want to focus on locally, your branding opportunities. And it also gives you another high value link from a local organization pointing back to your website. Now, links matter. People will say links don't matter as much as they used to. And the reason why they say that is because in the past, you could just buy like 5,000 links and have them point to your website and boom, you're on page one. That's not the case, because Google is smart. Obviously, they have a team of people that are monitoring, what people are trying to do to game the system. So don't try to game the system. Seriously, it doesn't make sense. You might get away with it for a day, you might get away with it for a week, but eventually it will catch up to you. So what I recommend is focus on quality links. Again, the university, the local newspaper. Those are quality links that are known to be organizations locally by Google. Google knows that these institutions exist, and they recognize the value that these organizations provide. So having a link from them is an amazing thing to have, because that will increase your branding and your domain's authority and potentially your page rank when you start ranking well within the search engines. And then another thing I recommend is, volunteering, getting involved in local organizations, whether it's a little league, a PTA association, something that you can do to give back to your area, your local environment, and then see if there's an opportunity for you to educate some of the individuals from that organization about the services or products that you have to offer. I mean, by doing this, again, you raise the awareness of who you are, what you stand for, and what what service you're providing. Part of the problem that most of us have is, we might have something that's amazing, right? You might have the best product in the world, but if nobody knows it exists, who's going to buy it? Who's going to take advantage of it? And that's why using these tactics will be beneficial for your overall brand, which is important, and also for your search engine optimization strategy locally. Now, another tip that I highly recommend people do is find other individuals within your community that are in a similar field as you. Maybe you are a mortgage broker. Find a realtor that you can team up with, and you guys can collaborate, on, putting together some seminars, webinars, maybe doing some videos, getting out there and doing some mailers, and making sure that you guys are, if you're blogging on your sites, that you reference each other. Now, I'm not saying, link back, just for the links, right? That wouldn't be a good strategy. It would be more like doing a guest post. When you if you're a realtor, you'll guest post on the mortgage broker's website and provide value, some tips on what, buyers and sellers can do, in order to properly buy or sell a home. If you're a mortgage broker, you could do a guest post on the realtor's website with some real tips on, what a person can do to raise up their credit score, what they can do to, what they need to prepare in order to get a mortgage or something like that. So you get the drift, right? So you're doing not just a link in a footer or in a sidebar like an advertisement, because people ignore that. But people will read an article and they like, the top 10 tips. So if you do these guest post opportunities with people in your field or within your area, that's another way for you to get some high quality links pointing back to your website, and that is guaranteed to help you in the long run. Now, none of these tactics are going to get you on page 1 by tomorrow, but they will get you there. And if you have it as part of your overall strategy, you will see that in time, the opportunity to rank well in Google is going to increase significantly. Now, what are some other tactics you can do? YouTube is awesome, right? I mean, it's the second largest search engine, second only to Google itself. So what I recommend is get out there, do some videos, of your local community. Go to some community events. If there's a carnival, a festival, or if there's something taking place, that you think or believe people would like to see video of, create that video, put it up on your YouTube channel. Have that YouTube channel link back to your website. On your website, do a blog post, about that event itself, and then embed the YouTube video inside that blog post. Now, I've seen it firsthand. My website's been around for years, but my YouTube channel is still relatively new. And I've seen how some of my videos have started to rank well, not only in YouTube itself, but also in Google. Like when you go to Google and you type out, a phrase for certain things, and you go to the videos tab, you see that some of your videos might rank well if you're doing some of these cross-promotion ideas. So these are just a few tactics that I recommend if you want to up your game when it comes to local SEO. Again, new websites can do it. A lot of people say, but wait, why would people want to come to my site? Why would Google want to raise the value of my site? It's Google's business to provide relevant links and results to people searching online. That's their bread and butter. So knowing that, if you become the local authority in your niche, you will rank well. All right, so these are just a few of my local SEO tips. Hopefully you found them helpful. Definitely implement them. Don't wait till tomorrow to do it. Do it today. Don't procrastinate, because you know what? Tomorrow may never come, right? Something else will pop up in your agenda that, takes priority. But if you don't prioritize your marketing, and especially with something like search engine optimization, it's going to be difficult. You're going to find yourself in a position where you're always paying for leads. Now, people hate to be advertised to, right? But people do love to buy. So that means if a person is going to Google, they're going to trust more the organic search results than they are the paid advertisements. Now, there's a place for paid advertisements. That's very important to do if you have the budget for it and it's part of your strategy. But primarily, it's the organic results that are going to perform better over time. And that is free in terms of money. It just takes your time. And that's something I think you should focus on. All right, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, because over the next few videos, I'll give you some more information on search engine optimization, how to use your WordPress powered website to promote your services and goods, and overall just how you can up your online game. All right, don't forget, thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you next time.